of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
City Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Wilson. Alderman Waters.
Here.
Alderman Nay.
Yeah.
Alderman Johnson.
Present.
Alderman Gannemeyer. Here. Alderman Detweiler. Here. Quorum is present. Mayor's present.
Here. Okay, thanks. Moving on to the consent agenda. Any questions on the consent agenda? None heard.
Motion to approve consent agenda.
Motion to approve consent agenda by Alderman Johnson, second by Alderman Detweiler. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None heard. The consent agenda is passed. Moving on. Public hearing. Anybody here for public hearing?
Yes. Shel Bratton.
Where's that paper at?
Yes.
I don't know where it's at.
Sorry.
Just wing it.
It's not up there. Just like to remind everybody, there's 3-minute time limit on public speaking section here in City Hall. That 3-minute time limit is so everybody has an opportunity to speak as well. I want to just remind everybody that this is not a Q&A. This is an opportunity for the residents to speak their minds and give their opinions on any subjects or topics they want to bring up to the Board of Aldermen. So we look forward to your discussions and thoughts. Thank you. Mrs. Bratton, please go ahead.
My name is Cheryl Bratton. My husband and I live on Cruden Bay Court in Inverness subdivision. Government ordinances are written to protect the well-being of a municipality's residents. Ordinances give form to function, establish boundaries, and set what should be non-negotiable parameters. I'm sure you're aware that when the Prairie Encore was approved, Darden Prairie's Board of Aldermen voted to violate the city's established height restriction, parking space, and apartment size ordinances. At the time of the vote, residents not only objected, but predicted the future developers would follow suit. And now the future is here. Tonight's proposal for the Red Bud development is the third time in 6 or 7 months a developer has asked the city to ignore its own ordinances. They are the same ordinances you vowed to uphold when you took your oaths of office. Every developer's goal should be to enhance Darden Prairie's reputation as a desirable place to live. With that in mind, one would think developers would attempt to comply or even exceed the city's minimum standards from the very beginning. Instead, you've been handed yet another substandard proposal, which is why P&Z voted 7-1 against. The request for a conditional use permit is a separate problem. Darden Prairie Ordinance 405.455 states, quote, "Conditional uses are those types of uses which are considered by the city to be essentially desirable, necessary, or convenient to the community, but which by their nature or in their operation have a tendency to generate excessive traffic, a potential for attracting a large number of persons to their area of use, thus creating noise or other pollutants, a detrimental effect upon the value or potential development of other properties in the neighborhood, or an extraordinary potential for accidents or danger to public health or safety." If you grant a CUP, you're openly supporting, existing ordinance notwithstanding, a development described as likely to generate excessive traffic, affect the value of surrounding properties, and create an extraordinary potential for accidents or danger to public health or safety. Follow the guidance provided by the ordinances, the comprehensive plan, and P&Z by voting no on the Red Bud proposal, or get rid of the rules and the commission altogether. The development is high density. It's not an innovative use of land. It doesn't promote public welfare, doesn't provide essential services, and only generates revenue for one entity, the owner. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Bratton.
I have no other speakers.
For public speakers. Okay. Moving on to public hearing, and I understand that, is that canceled?
No.
Public
Here.
hearings here? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So motion to open the public hearing. Moved by Alderman Detweiler, second by Alderman Wilson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None heard.
There's no speakers. Sherry already spoke. She wanted to speak at the public hearing.
Okay.
Mhm.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Well,
You,
the
that's-
developer.
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding what you're saying.
Charles?
there's no speakers unless the applicant would like to speak.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was getting at.
Yes, sir.
Good evening. My name is Charles Wardle. I'm with Bax Engineering. My address is 221 Point West Boulevard, St. Charles, Missouri, 63301. I am here to respectfully request that our project be tabled. We heard what P&Z had to say. We're making significant changes to our area plan to reduce the number of houses, increase the area of the floor plans, and to reduce the PUD aspect of our plans. So we would like to table it as of right now until we get the area plan updated with the responses from planning and zoning.
Thank
Can
you,
I
sir.
ask you for a clarification? You said tabled, but it sounds like you guys are going to have to come back with a whole new plan and go through the process. So are you requesting to withdraw? Because the vote that it's up for a second reading on the project you submitted. So,
I would like to table it and go back to planning and zoning.
okay, but if it, okay.
I think they'll have to withdraw the plan.
Yeah.
And submit a new one.
Yeah, I agree. It's, we can table it for now, but we can have discussions, following this with some of the city staff to better get clarification on our processes. But I think what likely will happen is that the next meeting, instead of bringing it off tabling, it may actually turn into withdrawal based on the processes of going back to planning and zoning. So we'll table it for now, but with the anticipation that we might have to, change that to a withdrawal later. But we'll have further discussions with you offline, I suppose, based on what your commentary tonight. So.
Mr. Wordle, I don't know exactly what you think your timetable is to do this, but I believe you would be better off withdrawing it because then you will go, if you're ready at the next P and Z meeting, you can bring it back. Otherwise, if you're just tabling it and you're going to come back here, we're going to send you back to the P and Z. So you could be losing some time in there because if you're going to make more than, I think, 5% changes, Matt, is that correct? 5%?
I'm unsure.
Then you're going to you have to go back to P and Z anyway. So it sounds to me like you're going to be making some significant changes.
Yes. you're
So-
right.
Yes, so I believe you would be better off withdrawing it so that you can go back to P and Z as soon as you're ready and not have to wait for us to tell you to do that, which would cost you several weeks.
Now, would that include a new application and everything, or can I still fall under the same application they have now?
Could you please repeat the question?
If I withdraw now and I go back to P and Z, do I have to put a new application and new fees, or do I still fall under the old application and the old fees?
If you're refiling, it's a new application. And generally speaking, it would be new fees because of the new review required for the completely revised plan.
So I think his question is, if he tables, then can he go back to P and Z without having to reapply and pay fees again?
Theoretically, yes. Now, you can't just decide to go back to P and Z. That would that decision lies with the board to refer it back to the Planning and Zoning Commission upon receipt of a revised plan. But to Alderman Detweiler's comment, it would be based upon receipt of a new plan and their decision should they decide to refer it back to the Planning and Zoning Commission.
But if
Tabling
the,
seems like the
but if
probably the
the,
choice.
yeah, because if the plan's acceptable to this board, we can still pass it. Correct?
I don't know why 5%
Yeah,
sticks in my mind.
we'd have to make the determination and we can
Yeah.
find out before the next meeting what
If the
that
changes
percentage
are
margin of
what-
changes are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're that significant. It has to go back to P and Z.
And just based on what the commentary, what's your name again, sir? I'm sorry.
Charles.
Charles, based on Charles's commentary, it sounds like it could be significant. So I believe I would look to continue with the tabling for now, unless, and I think that's based on what I'm understanding. And then if your concern is more of new fees versus time, that sounds like the board could potentially push it back to planning and zoning then. So would you like to table it or withdraw it?
I'd like to table it for now.
Okay. All right. Any further comments for the board?
No, any questions for me?
And right now, thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you.
I'd like to entertain a motion to continue this public hearing.
So moved.
Alderman
Second.
Detwiler, second, Alderman Getmeyer, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay, we'll move on to new business. Resolution number 397. Resolution. I took my pen.
Resolution number 397, a resolution opposing Missouri legislative proposals to eliminate the traditional April municipal election and move municipal elections to the November general election date.
The board had some discussion about this in the work session. I see a lot of new faces, so I'll make a quick commentary on this. There's a proposal at the state level right now, to basically to move municipal elections from April until November. The board had a discussion about it, and some of the commentary was that essentially moving the municipal elections, which are local elections and local issues, that if that is moved to November, that those issues would therefore be overshadowed by state and federal, candidates and issues. There was discussion around that. So the board will be voting based on their, a decision to support this resolution, which opposes moving municipal elections to November, the November general election. So with that, we'll do, can you entertain a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion to vote. Thanks, yeah, thank you. Motion to approve resolution number 397. Had a motion by Alderman Wilson, second by Alderman Getmeyer. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None heard. Do we need a roll call vote for that? Okay. And it's only one vote for that, correct? Resolution? Okay, so the motion passes to approve resolution number 397. Okay, so moving on. In new business, the next item is bill number 2602. City Attorney, would you please read bill number 2602? That's the thing. Long day, folks. Can I get a motion? Sorry, what? Okay, get a motion to read number 2602 by title only for the first time.
So moved.
Second. Get a second by Alderman Wilson, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None heard. City Attorney, please read bill number 2602 by title only for the first time.
Bill number 26-02, an ordinance of the city of Dayton Prairie, Missouri, approving the rezoning of certain real property located at 7393 Highway N and Stump Road from C2 General Commercial District to R1D Single Family Residential District, Planned Unit Development PUD, and approving an area plan with conditions for the same.
Any discussion with the board on bill 2602? Be a one read only tonight. Unheard.
I have a question. So if we're tabling the Red Bud development, then this is part of it. So is this going to be tabled, the 2602 and 2603?
We already read it once.
Okay.
This is new business? All right. All right, any further discussion? Okay, moving on to bill number 2603, item number 3 on the agenda. Can I get a motion to read bill number 2603 by title only for the first time?
So moved.
Moved by Alderman Wilson. Second by Alderman Detweiler. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Unheard. City Attorney, please read bill number 2603 by title only for the first time.
Bill number 26-3, an ordinance of the city of Garden Prairie, Missouri, approving a conditional use permit for certain real property located at 7393 Highway N and Stump Road.
Any discussion from the board? Unheard. Moving on to old business. First up on the agenda for old business is bill number 2601, first read on the 1st of the 7th of January, 2026. So this is an ordinance to the city of Garden Prairie. So let's see. So this would be our second reading on it. So we would seek discussion on it before I call a second reading. Any discussion on bill number 2601 before we go to a second reading?
Still like to voice my opinion that nothing in this is needed, as nothing can wait more than the time frame needed to bring it to the board for additional cost. As we've done in my past 4 years here, the items that were brought up to us, such as buying a mower, can be waited 2 weeks. The other item brought up saying they need more money for is licensing for software. That's something else that should be done in plenty of time, that there's no need to increase the cost for these things.
Any further discussion from the board? None heard. Okay, well, I'd like to just remind folks, we had a discussion on this at the previous meeting, and based on the, this particular bill would increase the purchasing power of the city. And it is, the last time it was updated to the price that it is, to where the request is, it's actually below the level of inflation. So we're requesting a purchasing power increase for the city at a minimum, or to be below the level of actual inflation adjusted for the 2000, I believe, 7 date that was tied to the first initial amount there. So this seems very reasonable to me, and I just wanted to express that to the public and sort of so everybody's on the same page with that. So that being said, can entertain a motion for a second reading on bill 2601.
So moved.
Moved by Alderman Gittmeyer, second by
Second.
Alderman Wilson. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
1 nay. City Attorney, please read bill 2601 by title only for the second time.
Bill number 26-01, an ordinance of the city of Garden Prairie, Missouri, amending chapter 130 municipal code by deleting article 5 thereof in its entirety, enacting a new article 5 of chapter 130, and establishing a purchasing policy for the city.
Any further discussion from the board? Entertain a motion for roll call vote.
So moved.
Moved by Alderman Nay,
Second.
second by Alderman Detweiler. Gittmeyer, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
1 nay. Let's, sorry. Motion for roll call vote.
We already did that.
Sorry,
Roll call vote.
roll call vote.
Got it. Alderman Gettemeyer.
Aye.
Alderman Johnson.
Nay.
Alderman Nay.
Aye.
Alderman Waters.
Aye.
Alderman Wilson.
Aye.
Alderman Detweiler.
Aye.
5 yeas, 1 nay. Motion carried and becomes, bill number 2601 becomes ordinance number 2399.
And I declare bill 2601 passed and ordinance number 2399. Okay, officer and staff communications, city attorney,
I have nothing.
city engineer.
I have nothing, Mayor.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Good to have you.
Glad to be back.
City administrator.
Thank you. Just a reminder to everyone with the winter weather, they're predicting, just use a different word. That one wasn't coming out. That one wasn't coming out apparently. That you move your vehicles off the roadway so that if we do have to deploy our snow crews, they can get safely pass through your subdivision and clear the snow.
Alderman.
I have a question regarding the progress towards getting the laptop or
The
notebook,
iPad-like.
iPad,
device.
whatever those things might be called. How are we doing on that at this point?
I have no news to report on that. I have not been working on that so far.
So we'll look into that, and we just passed it, so it's a new year, so we'll look into getting those here shortly.
Okay.
I know it's in the budget, and I know Rose has got a lot on her plate, so we'll try to get those out.
Okay. I also wanted to suggest, or I say that it's nice to see a new chair. We're gonna have to find some new models. That version does not work.
I understand that.
So,
Yeah, we're also gonna get some, I think, new chairs in for the board here as well. This was a demo that we went down there and looked at, so.
okay.
But thank you for that very truthful and honest comment. Alderman Waters. Appreciate it. Any other comments for the board on the Alderman?
Ma'am.
All right, nothing heard. So that leads it to me. So I want to just say thanks, city staff. We've got a lot that goes on here in the city, and the city staff, over the past 10 months as mayor, I'm just very impressed with the amount of work our staff does, and I think that it's important to make sure they get recognition for it. There are a laundry list of things that we're working on to, improve the city, from improving the roads and improving parks, improving the IT, infrastructure, as well as the website, work on the website, as well as also, serving and serving the residents in other capacities throughout those timeframes. So I want to just thank the city staff for all they do. I want to thank Kathy for her leadership in managing the city staff. She does a fine job, and it's not always easy, and not everybody's going to be happy. That's one of the things we learn in this job, and the city staff, especially Kathy really gets to feel the brunt of that. But thank you, Kathy, and all the staff for all you guys have done. We're off to a great start in 26, and I'm really excited about what this year is going to bring. Yeah, we've got snow coming up. Kathy talked about it. The city's certainly on top of it. We have a new snowplow company that we've been working with, and we're going to continue to refine how things are taken care of. Again, the staff and Kathy are on the ball with that. We appreciate that. As Kathy said in the previous work session, we have a public campaign going. If you have any questions, concerns, we have a unified communications line for the city. Call them up. Call the staff up, and they are going to be there ready to respond to you. And as well, always call your alderman as well, call your mayor. But the unified line is probably the best bet for that. So for public awareness. And I want to thank everybody that came out tonight to offer public comment and input. I really appreciate everybody kind of participating in their local form of government, whether it's just in attendance or that came up and participated in the public hearing section. And also thank you, St. Charles County Police, for all you do, and for coming in tonight and helping us stay safe from this rowdy crowd. So, but all right, with that, I'll offer a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Pat Weiler, second by Alderman Gittlemeyer, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Unheard. Meeting's adjourned. They say sometimes it just catches that left ear. No, now I understand the Gatler is like, it's just sometimes it's tricky.
Hey, you want to drive